Greetings to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Shexa's YouTube channel. If you truly like the content that I upload on this YouTube channel, please give me thumbs up, that is likes. Um, Comment if you have a suggestion, share, and most importantly, subscribe to Shexa's YouTube channel. Today we've already talked about database keys. I'm emphasizing this. We've talked about keys. We have talked about SQL data insertion and deletion, and SQL data updates. We've covered this as well. So what we're going to do today is we are going to talk about data insertion in bulk, which we have done already, which we have covered when it comes to learning how it's done. So today we are going to do it in a very fast way, so you understand it. You just have to say which records have been inserted, and you can insert them by yourself. So I will rush through the insertion so that we cover more important or more critical concepts that you must master or that you must understand. You cannot proceed and say I have mastered database management systems without mastering such concepts that we're going to cover today. These are the commands: select, command with joins, and then we cover SQL functions. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. So given any kind of database, you must be able to come up with output that might be required by the client, or that might be required by business people in an organization. So people in an organization, they ask questions, and questions comes like this: can you tell me, can you show me from the database the drivers that are not assigned to any vehicle? That's the question that you will be asked in a business. Can you show me the drivers that do not have a vehicle or that do not have a truck? We've registered drivers in our database, we've registered vehicles in our database, we have assigned drivers to vehicles, right? So those without a vehicle are the ones that want to check, and are the ones that want maybe to give some other tasks to do in our organization. So you must be able to write such queries. So when it comes to learning, you'll be asked the question like, write a query to show drivers without vehicles or trucks. But you might be asked in an indirect way to say, you'll be told a story, and from the story you must be able to write this question. You must be able to write this question in your mind and then answer it practically by writing the query. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm not going to give you the stories, but I'm going to write the queries and answer these questions directly as they are asked here. Write a query to show foreign drivers. Yes, we might have, you will see as we insert more data, we will have Zimbabwean drivers, we will have drivers from South Africa, drivers from other countries like Tanzania, and so forth and so forth. So we shall be able to pick, to say this driver is from this country, and we pick that from the home address. So the home address itself is not does not only have the country, but it has got a text, long text. That long text must contain nationality, So Your query must pick nationality only from the home address column. And then write a query to show Zimbabwean drivers who spent more than 200 liters of fuel while going to Zambia. So this one is a bit complicated, but it's very simple when it comes to practically doing it. It's more like we have some joins and so forth and so forth. And then write a query to show vehicles that went to Zambia with the driver Shexa Martin. You will see how we do that. So all these are the questions. Write a query to show vehicles that were never assigned to Shexa Martin. Write a query to show vehicles departing before 1 May 2021. Write a query to show drivers spending more than 5 days per trip. So all these are the questions that might be asked in a business by business people who want to achieve some goals or who want to execute some tasks. So before executing some tasks, they need to know something that is from the database. And then you might need to calculate an average to say how much fuel. Maybe you are doing budgeting, so you will be helping the team in the finance department to say average fuel that we require per trip is so much. So when doing budgeting, so you need to budget so much per trip, or you need to budget at least this much or above this much. So that's how we do it, and that's how we apply databases in business. So let's open Workbench so that we can add the data. Let's open Workbench. Workbench. Right, let's open the connection. Right, let's open new SQL script tab. Right, let's now insert into drivers, and I'm sure that we have some records that we have added previously from the previous lecture, and the records are these ones. Let me just show you the records. These are the records for trucks table. We have those 2 records, and then for drivers we have those 2 records, and for trips we have those 2 trips, and then those are the vehicle assignments that we have. So we're going to add more data on top of this one. So let's just do this in a very quick and fast fashion. So let's insert into drivers. I will rush this process because I am sure that everybody understands what we'll be doing. So what I want is I want to see, right, let me first use truck management database, then here I choose now the columns. I want to insert into drivers, so I now choose the columns, and then here I put the values. So this is how I do it. I first specify the syntax, and then later on ID num. These are the columns, the first name. So we want to add more drivers so that our queries are going to execute and show us some differences. Email address, home address, so these are the columns that we want to populate, and then ID number I will just put whatever that I want. So let me put 1111h1 and then close that and put a name. I can say see here, and I can say the name is stuff here. I'm just typing whatever that is coming into my mind, so just copy that as it is, so that when running the queries you won't do any mistakes. So I'm putting only ones for this guy whenever I want numbers. Nzakuzi at gmail.com. So all this data is going to be used is going to be popped up as we do, or as we write the queries. So I'm just zooming it out, but you can see the whole query. So I'm just say 45 outer road. I don't know whether this road exists in Glenview. Zimbabwe. I don't think I've missed any other column, so that's it. Then I put a comma here. Now I enter again another set of values here. I say 2211 h23 plus that one. Then I say this one is called this driver is called what? Let me call him Kundai, and I guess the same name Choma is the same name. And for phone number is 072 211. Right, that's the phone number for this driver. In the email address, let's put whatever that we want, but whatever that I want, you copy that. But if you are sure that you won't make any mistake, you can put values of your choice. I'm not forcing you to copy exactly what I'm doing here. Then we say 55 Malta road as well. So just say Glenview this way. Glenview. These guys, they stay in the same route. Zimbabwe. Let's just say ZW for Zimbabwe. Let's just put it as Zimbabwe. Then that's the last one. Let's add more records. Let's get another record. Let's say 31 is the IT. 31 33 1133 36 h31, and this one is called Miranda Chi demo, and we put the phone number 0733113313. Just guessing these values, and we put the email address, which is me at gmail.com. Then close that, put a comma, the address now. Let's just say 17 Chinamano Mount Pleasant, Harare, Zimbabwe. And then close this one. Let me just zoom it like this so that you can see all the statements as they are written here. Put a comma there, and we have another driver. So these are the 3 drivers that we have from Zimbabwe, and we can get, let's now add more drivers from other countries so that we can select drivers from other countries who have done whatever they've done. 01 0, just say 1 0 H01. Close that one. Then this one we call this one Tatinda, Kavu, and Tatinda Kavu stays in another country, and the country's code is plus 250. Just put a number that you wish that you can get. 001011010, and just close it and open, and put the email kavu@gmail.com, and we just zoom it like this so that you can, let me close this one and then zoom it as well. Again, right, like that. And then Tikavu, what else? We now want to put the address. So here we just guess a number, and then we say Glen Vita. I don't know whether Glen Vita exists in the country that we're going to. And then close that. Then we add another. So this one is from Rwanda, and then we have another driver. We want another driver from South Africa, and let's put the ID number as 24. I'm just putting I'm just following the format of Zimbabwe ID numbers. I don't know the format of other countries ID numbers. Then I put the name, and just say Lagos. And then on the last name I say Lukela. And then on the phone number I say 707-2412-2412-2412-441. So close that one. Then you say lucky at gmail.com, and then terminate that. Then put comma, then we put the address, which we can guess 4123. Just say gun here, and this is Johannesburg, and this is South Africa. It's now South Africa. Let's close that. Then we add another driver. I think I've missed a comma there. Let me put another comma here. Let's add the last record. Let's add the last record. So say the 5 33 513 H35. Then we'll close that. Okay, another one. Then this one, let's just say Trison Ferrari. Trison Ferrari. Then put the phone number 0775351 351 351. And let's just put that, and then we put the email address trice@gmail.com, and then we say this one stays at number 7 Magufuli Street, Dodoma, Tanzania. Right, so that's our. Then we execute that. Once we execute that, we can now comment it, execute this query, so that we add the records. So you will not see the records until you select everything from drivers. So if you exit that, you see that these are the records that we've added have been added here. They've been added here. Here we have that one, Zimbabwe. This one was Zim. You will see that now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 from Zimbabwe, 5 from Zimbabwe, Tanzania, South Africa, and Rwanda, 3 from other countries that are not Zimbabwe. That is not Zimbabwe. Right. So we need to write another query to add data for other countries. So let me just comment this. Right, and enter add more data for another column, which is trucks. Let's add more data for trucks. So we will add more trucks. Here. Right, so we want to insert into trucks. Then we enter the values. Range. I will rush this because I understand that we've done this. So when putting the columns, I love and remove this and try so that I remain with nothing, and remove this so I can insert. I want it to be clear. So insert into tracks. Let me just complete the syntax here first. Values, and then put that. Then here I put regnum. Is this the tracks? Right, so regnum. From regnum I say make, and then model, and then service. From service we say mileage. From mileage we say color. From color we say VRA. So these are the columns. Now the values. We say 1 to 10, and then this is wonder. Then it's wonder what CRV. Wonder CRV, is it serviced or not? It's serviced. And then this serviced vehicle has got a mileage of let's just say 10,670, and its color is green. From color, where do we go to? We go to VIN. VIN is we can say add another value, which is DAG. I'm just putting a value, any value that comes in my mind. Sorry for that. It's a Honda as well. Right, close that. HRV. So I encourage you that if you are working in groups, or whenever you start to work in groups, you can ask each other questions to say, how many Honda Fits do we have? How many vehicles do we have from Honda? Or how many vehicles do we have from Toyota? And so forth and so forth. HRV, this one is not serviced, and you must be able to write the queries, because that's practice. And this one is what blue. And I just put right. Yeah, I'll move as fast as I can. So Honda, I might be quiet. Because this one is Honda. What? Let me have Honda Fit, which is serviced, and its mileage is so you must be able to write these queries by yourself given the data. It's Honda what? Honda Pilot. And this Honda Pilot is not serviced. This Honda Pilot is not serviced, and it's having a mileage of 3, 4, whatever that. And then its color is green. And then whatever it done here, green. And VIN is A78 CAGFTOI. And then we put another vehicle, which is BB. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one is we have so many Honda here. Let's add this one is Toyota, and this one is Toyota Hilux, and this Toyota Hilux. is service. What happened then? I missed the a got there, and this Toyota Hilux is serviced. This Toyota Hilux is serviced, and its mileage is 104,300, and then its color is silver, and put VIN, which is a put anything here, and then enter. Entered a comma, so I'll add another Toyota Hilux. Toyota Hilux with the it's a Toyota Hilux as well. We'll add another Toyota serviced. This one is serviced. Right. You can be asked how many vehicles are serviced, so you must be able to write those clues. How many vehicles are serviced? 105,000. This one like this, and then let's select color. Black is okay. And then we can put VC67 GFT, and then put another record. This time we add another Wonder Fit. Can we add a fit? Let's just add another one. Mileage. I want to look at the values so that I can have ranging values. Let me just put this one as let me just copy this one and paste it here. I want this one and that one to have the same mileage, and then I have the colors. I can put black here. Make sure that the VIN value is different or they are unique. So VIN, I can put I'm checking with those that I have entered already, so I guess it's not going to give me an error. Alright, add, right? So let's now add a vehicle with a special chinimbi yavanidzawo dzakanzi chinimbi, and I'll have mine with BMW, and model is i8. Model is i8, and here we have a serviced vehicle. Serviced to be BMW, and it will have a very small mileage. And then we have the color. Can have silver. And then we can have VIN. Add another record. We are going to use all this because we will write so many queries, and we will need to see the data. Not serviced. Not serviced, and it's saving mileage of what? Just put 20,000, and this time it's right, and this right is even. Don't want to repeat the VF, the VIN. And then I can now add one. I have what? Input and this term is Mitsu. I don't know the spelling of Mitsu. Ish. I don't know if this one is the correct spelling. And this one is what? Not say paste. The mileage is 1. Then close that. Then we put a color there. Then we say A5. Let's put last section. Practice more makes more perfect. Practice is good. You become perfect through practice. yellow. Yellow. I'm gonna put another special. Number plates. Another special registration number. And this one we can say it's Bengaluru Meshuald BMW X7 service, and this one from Bengaluru is 13,000 mileage, and color is yellow. I don't think you need to hear what I'm saying here. You just have to copy the GF6, just F1, so that it won't be the same as the other ones. Let's put the last record now. Let's put the last record. It's a GFA 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I missed the. I think this is the last one. Okay, let's just end here Toyota. If we want more, we'll add more. Toyota Yaris, but I don't want to add more. I don't want us to add more once we start something else. This one is 12 and okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this one is black. This one is black. This one is black. This one is black. A5V. What? This is the last one, right? 5, 4. You can say F4, 5. Let's just add these ones and then execute. Then after executing, just comment it out so that we don't repeat executing this command. We don't repeat inserting the same records. And then you select all columns from tracks, and then let's execute this and check. Right, so we now have our records. Okay. Now you have our records for tracks. Let's now add records for. Let's now assign some drivers to some vehicles. Let's comment this one out. Insert into track driver. Practice makes perfect. Track driver. What columns? What values? Right. The syntax is passed. And the columns for what? For this what truck driver, right? We have 2 columns to worry about. So it's what driver ID num. It's a driver ID then we put the values. The values that we want to put here, they must match the values that we have above. So I will say this driver, yeah. And then I will take the vehicle, this one, ARF. This is the vehicle for assigned to this driver. Then we'll put another record. We just want to put a few records so that we rush into the next activity. And you want this driver, this one, and check these ones. So we are just making sure that we don't violate the referential integrity. And then this one is pink, right? You will take each driver. Let's take this one. Let's take Tatenda Cafe from Rwanda. We will be driving the Shexa's vehicle. Here. And then we paste it there. Then put another record. Let's say which one is. Let's say this driver. Just pick one. Make sure you pick the same records, so that when we start to do what we will be doing, you also have the same records. Let me take this one. Right, so you see that we've assigned this vehicle to that, and later on we might have changed the vehicle's driver to that one. So that's what we have. So that's what we have here. Let's run this, and after running that, let's comment it, and then select all from track driver. Then let's run that. See, you can see that we have all these records. So you may be asked, can you show us those drivers who have taken a vehicle with a RF11? So we have that driver and that one. So those two drivers were assigned the same vehicle, maybe on different timings. So on this truck driver, you may add more columns to say this vehicle is assigned to this driver from this date to the last date, so that you do not have problems to say who is with which vehicle. Because with this, you can face such a challenge to say who exactly is having this vehicle at this moment of time. Right? So we are done with this. Let's now add. Let's now add more records for. Let's add more records for trips. So trips is the last and most important one. because it's the one with the main business. So what we want to do, insert into trips, and then which columns? Trips. There. Let me zoom it out so that you can see. Insert into trips, the columns and the values, and that. The columns for trip we have TID, but TID is auto increment, so we don't worry about that. So we must be worried about the source, the destination, the departure date, and from depart date we have return date. From return date we have fuel, and from fuel we have truck driver ID. And then yes, that one. Right, so trip, our first trip is from Zimbabwe to where? To Zambia, and departing on which date, string to date, it's from which date, let's say that syntax passed, then I put the date there. Let's just say 9 May 2021 and May 2021, and then we put the format there. We start with the date, then the month, and lastly with the year. So Y is in caps, and then put again the return date, string to date, str, right, format. So this one is not changing, so that's what we put there. And then here we put 19 05 2021, and then wait and close this, that's why we have there. And then which other column? Fuel 100 liters, and then just pick 4 for the truck driver, because we have 4 here, truck driver ID, so we have all the truck driver IDs available with us here, and then we can put a comma and enter. So let me close that side and so right, and then copy all these, and then paste it there and edit it. Here it's now Botswana. Then from Botswana on the same date, and then same date, let's just change here fuel, and then say 5 there, and then we put very good. Then this one is from Botswana, from Botswana to where? To Zambia, from Botswana to Zambia, departing the same date but returning on the 20th. So you might be asked how many vehicles are departing on the date 9 May 2021, or how many vehicles departed on that date. Then fuel, we just say 3 there, and then we put 6 there, and then we copy that and paste. Then we change here to Malawi. Malawi is Malawi to Zambia, departing on the same date and returning on the same date, but fuel is just the same as well. Let's just leave everything like that, and then put 8 there instead of 6. Then we put another record. This one is from DRC to Zimbabwe. DRC to Zimbabwe. Then DRC to Zimbabwe from the 12th of April. I said this trip was on this date, and then returned on the 14th of so. Then fuel, let's just say 200, and then let's put 7 there. Let's put maybe the last record. The last record will be from DRC as well. DRC to SA, South Africa, and departed on the 10th of April. Let's just say 10 for the same year 2021, and then returned on the 19th of April. 19th of April, and then fuel is 700. Just put 700 there. Then the driver and the vehicle is 9. Right. So let's run this, and then comment it out, and then select all from trips. Oh, I've closed it there. This one. Select all. Right, let me see much. From trips. So you can see the trips that we have. We have all these trips. Yes. DRC, South Africa, DRC, Zimbabwe, of the fuels, so that's what we have, right? I'm sure that we are done adding more data into our database. So let's end here for this session of adding more data into our database. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for having me in this session. Let's just break and wait for the next session. You can see the link to the next session available here. So that's it. And don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. If you truly like, give me likes.